Hello, and welcome to another episode of Joshrardo! I don't know why my voice is like this right now, dude. Why did my voice change?
What is happening?
That was crazy.
That's insane.
You doing a hot sauce ad?
You had one sip of coffee.
I haven't even drinking.
Okay.
My name is Gerardo Alarcon, and I am not a roast battler before anyone watches this. So if I try to roast some people and you think I'm really good, tell me to hashtag roast Josh.
Yeah.
We'll do a roast battle together, huh?
Yep.
Hey, Josh. Oh, Josh
What?
Michaels is here too.
Yeah. What?
Josh. Hey, Josh.
What?
Hey, how you been, dude?
I've been all right, dude. I finally have the confidence to not wear a hat on the podcast anymore. So
Oh, yeah.
that's
he
pretty
has a
big news.
Terrible haircut.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I got an awful haircut.
Yeah.
And I was so embarrassed that I didn't want to take my hat off.
Okay.
And so this
anyway.
is the first episode, no hat.
Or the fucking scruffy head returns, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Scruff over here. What is Scruff? Oh, no. Scruff is like a beard, huh?
Scruff is also when it's like messy, not when it's like clean
Okay,
cut.
It's pretty messy. But hey, guess what, dude?
What?
We have a fucking guest here today, dude.
Are you?
Are
you being for real,
Don't
dude?
act like I'm messing around.
Are you
could-
fucking
You
joking?
can see him here, dude. Come
No,
on.
you're fucking joking.
I'm not joking, dude.
We have a
Seriously.
guest?
Yes, I told you to prepare for this guest.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Told him to prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never does.
Check
but-
out my Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Do you have a Wikipedia?
No, write my Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm his ghostwriter for his wiki. I also did a deep dive. We do deep dives here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we call them AKA light creeps,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah,
lightly creep through
Yeah.
your social media.
Which is perfect for my name.
Like,
Oh,
Creed. Oh, what the fuck? I just said his name, dude.
you revealed the guest.
I'll just beep that part out.
Yeah. Please, dude.
Yeah.
You want to tell everybody a little bit about our guest before we
You're the
introduce
one
him?
that just fucking said that you did the light creep.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll do it then.
Yeah, do it.
Okay,
then.
all right.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
This guest today, dude, fucking great guest,
Yeah,
by the way.
dude, yeah.
Super special guest. Let me tell you a little bit about this guest, dude. Sure, he's got credits, right? Sure, he's got a dope podcast called Blockbustin, right?
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
podcast.
wow.
And sure, yeah, he's been in the general commercial, you know?
Do it with more confidence.
Yeah.
Wow.
wait, this is not
Just
good.
renewed for a third year.
But I want to tell you what he means to me. Okay? See, you didn't let me. You didn't let me finish. This guy, dude. I remember this guy's just always just been one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. You know, you walk around. Sometimes you walk around places and people can be real mean. But this is a ball of, no pun intended, light.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ball of fire light.
Yeah, dude. And
Light
I
fire.
maybe I lived in his shadow a little bit over down at the Flappers Claremont. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He was the host of the open mic there a long time ago, and I shortly took up that mantle. And sure, everybody told me, you're not as good as Jay. You're not as good as Jay. You know, but I did the best I could, okay? And I will always and forever remember him that way as not being able to live up to his
Standard, yeah.
Yeah, to live up to the standard.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy and a hilarious comedian. He also has an album that's out, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What's the album called, dude?
I looked it up. I looked it up. It's called Being Jay with Light.
Wait, is that right?
No, it's not it.
That's all right.
It's not it. I should write
It's
it
called
down.
Cupcakes or something, right?
No.
Oh, keep going. Wait.
Okay.
A lot of people are dropping albums right now. Jesus
Okay, we
Christ.
should write this down.
It's called Tattletales, right? Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, he's super funny. We'll ask him about all the other information. But for right now, let's make some noise for Jay Light.
Hey guys.
Yeah, that was
Thanks
the
for
best.
having me. Thanks for
intro.
doing almost the right amount of research and then bailing at the last possible second.
There was a moment where I realized that I forgot what the name was, and then thought, like, should I even bring it up?
Let me just compliment him over and over and over again until I remember.
Yeah. This is a part of the strategy.
What's the album called?
It's called Good Guy with a Gun.
Okay, good guy with a gun.
Now, Armando Torres helped you with the art for that, right?
Yeah, he did the album art for it.
Yeah. Guest on this podcast. Great episode.
Great episodes.
So that's how I remembered. I always see him. I'm always a fan or fond of his artwork, so it always catches my eye. Dude. And it's a great album.
He's a great artist and it's a great album. Feel good about it.
Yeah. And
Everything involved.
That came out recently, right?
Yes, that came out on the day before my birthday, August 14th.
Oh, shit.
So I turned 30 the day after my album dropped.
Uh-oh, can somebody say cancer, right?
No.
Oh, wait.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, a Leo.
Do the
Wait,
research.
And Leos get really mad when you don't get it right.
Yeah, Leos are pompous and self-absorbed.
Do your you had the
I know.
you had the
horoscope
section of the research.
Just don't get it wrong on the wiki page, dude.
Oh yeah.
Another thing,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I got to make some edits after the podcast.
another thing you forgot about our guest is that he is sober, just like
he's
us.
sober, just like us.
Yes, 5 years today.
What?
Today?
Today.
No, you don't know why we're laughing. But yeah.
That's crazy. You know what? When this episode's coming out?
When?
On my 2 years of sobriety.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But in the meantime,
Yeah. Jay, I mean, honestly, I'm only a year and a half sober. And so it's been a wild ride. I can only imagine 5 years, dude.
It's crazy, man.
And so to commemorate, obviously, the 5 years, dude, don't act like we didn't know.
You guys probably liked the post I made on Instagram about it.
Of course, dude. And we have to support a fellow sober brother. Dude, honestly, just being around sober people, especially right now when there's no AA meetings that we're able to go to other than Zoom and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible. Have you done a Zoom AA meeting?
I have 2 that I go to regularly, and that's really about all I can handle because it's. I got Zoom bombed in an AA meeting that I used to secretary at the very beginning of quarantine, and that was just enough for me to be like, I want to stay as far away from this as possible.
Yeah.
I don't need people yelling racial slurs. Oh shit!
But we got you a cake for your birthday, dude. And it's a 5-year sober cake, dude. We can't not celebrate this.
This is
dude.
amazing. How do you do it? You guys just made my day. This is great.
Yeah, the camera's not really picking it up, but it exists.
I don't want to put it at an angle because I'm afraid of sliding this cake onto the ground.
Yeah. Oh,
there it is, dude.
Hey.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, we might start another fire over here, with one of those candles.
Yeah, dude. Congratulations on your
Congrats,
5 years
dude,
of
for real.
sobriety.
Thanks, guys.
And if people don't know at home, if you're there sitting there drinking and watching our podcast, well, when you get a year sober, you get a cake.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 5 years too, but
yeah,
It's a bigger cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it was a 1 year, it would have just been a cupcake. It just increases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It increases in size every time you get a year sober. So, hey, guess what? Get your ass off the couch and get sober.
Yeah, sober up.
Yeah.
If you're drinking and listening to this,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
No, dude. Well, don't listen. We're sober. Don't listen
we're
to us.
sober, dude.
No. Go watch Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, congratulations, dude. We had to get you something. We wanted it to come up organically throughout the episode. Who knew it would have been so early in the
Right at the
episode?
very
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah. Maybe it was like going to be a grand finale kind of thing.
No,
but-
it was me. I brought it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is great.
Yeah.
This has made my day. For real.
I hope so. I mean, I know, like I said, we can't go to meetings right now, but
Yeah,
gotta do
dude.
something.
We could have a meeting right now, dude.
You have some pretty crazy experiences with AA Zoom meetings.
Online
right?
meeting? Oh, yeah, just getting photo or Zoom bombed.
Oh, Zoom bombing is the fucking worst.
Oh, yeah, dude. Somebody came in and just had a hairy butthole on the screen. They shared a screen. You know how you could share screens in Zoom?
Yep.
I don't know why people didn't turn that off.
Yeah, who gave him permission to do that?
It wasn't me. Why are you asking me like inquisitively, dog? Jesus Christ.
He has a hairy asshole, so I'm just saying it could be him.
There's things that you have to figure out. You learn the tricks of the Zoom bombers. Like I was secretarying a meeting for like 6 months at the very beginning of the pandemic, and you learn there's camera apps that they use to trick you into thinking that they're using a webcam when they're really about to like switch it to porn or a gore video or something. You can see the watermark in the lower bar. It says it's like ManyCam, I think is the name of the app. And you can see there was one time I remember there was somebody who was like, I'm a newcomer, I want to share. Oh my god, I have like 6 days. And already in that meeting, we'd had somebody share, and they said they were a newcomer, and they didn't show their face at all, but they showed like a fan that was just spinning in the room. And then they pulled up their phone as soon as we called on them, and it was Goatsy on their phone. And I was like, oh, okay, we don't need to take any chances here.
Right.
Let's see if anyone has ManyCam in the lower corner. And sure enough, the next person who was like, oh my God, it's me. And then they were ready to go.
Dude, what's the point of bombing an AA meeting of all places?
I don't know what kind of weird pleasure you get out of that.
Bomb a community college class or something.
Yes.
Okay, well.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. I don't know why you backed out so quickly.
I thought you were meaning like literally, but yeah.
No.
I forgot that
on
school's
Zoom.
I forgot school's on Zoom right now. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm just not for bombing fucking institutions.
Neither am I. Jesus
Like
Christ.
Zoom bomb a city council meeting.
Exactly.
Anytime I heard stories about like city council meetings, that's fun. Cool,
Yeah.
that's a fun prank. All right, that's like a streaker at a football game.
Yeah, and it sends a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's political.
Or asking them to refill the drinking fountains with Hawaiian punch and shit like that. Or
What does that have to
beer.
do with? How do you do that on Zoom?
With the city council meeting?
It's like a student council thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You guys haven't seen that? When the guys go into like Rancho Cucamonga
No,
City
I didn't
Council?
go to school in a National Lampoon movie. Dude, I don't know what.
Yeah,
school you
my
went to.
principal didn't have big tits.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ.
Okay, obviously I came from the random side of the fucking table today, but my bad. Sorry about that. Jesus.
Wow.
City council meetings. Thought I'd share something I learned about city council meetings. My bad. It's my fault, I guess. Keep talking.
Anyway, Jay. Anyway, Jay. I did want to see how long that could go on for. Anyway, thank you for being here. Jay.
Yes,
Thank you
All
for
that to say
having me,
thank you
guys.
for being here.
All that to say, thank you for being here. Dude.
It's an honor to be here, and I'm feeling very caffeinated already. So
Oh,
this is really kicking in.
That's
this
what's
is gonna
up.
be great. I'm gonna get the crazy eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I get those all the time. We haven't had coffee on the podcast since
In a long time.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Season 2.
We have
Since you
buttons.
got rid of the sound effects board, and you had to start doing them all yourself.
You know what's so crazy? We recently just have
We
this
have a sound
machine that can make that noise, but he still makes me make that noise.
dude. I mean, it's fun.
You know what you should do is just record that sound and have that be the sound
Oh,
drop. Don't get a
yeah.
real one. Just
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
it be. Just press the button, but still do the sound every time.
Yeah.
We did have that idea where we
Yeah.
wanted to reach out to certain previous guests and
Oh, yeah.
clip
Yeah.
their reactions and have them as sound bites.
Like we need okay, think about this right now. Light creep, we need a button for that. We
Need a
already
button
brought
for
that
that.
up today. We bring that up every episode, dude.
Yeah.
I want to kind of like you know what this is?
A slide whistle.
But do you know what
Well,
function it
yeah,
serves on the podcast?
It's not just a slide whistle.
Wackiness.
Oh, okay,
Partially.
pretty close. Yeah.
Partially. We'll give it.
yeah.
What does it mean? What's the slide whistle mean?
Oh, this is the PC whistle.
Oh.
So,
okay.
if and when you say some outlandish shit,
Yeah.
because
great.
nobody can cancel you or get mad after they hear a slide whistle.
Yeah, of course not.
yeah,
Yeah. And so that's why you should feel free to say any,
yeah.
anything you
Say
want, really, as horrible as it is. Yeah.
Just to cancel it out with a slide whistle.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
this. Yeah. If other people had this, they'd be a lot safer.
Yeah. We're looking to
Patent.
to put it. I don't know how to say it. What
Patent it.
I don't know how to be a businessman. How would businessmen say like we're gonna make that a thing?
We're gonna patent it.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, patent?
Yeah.
Oh, monetize that. Okay,
We're gonna start up that. We're gonna app that.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
app that.
Yeah.
A slide whistle app. Okay, nobody.
But it doesn't have the. That's the thing. The app doesn't have the same charm as the actual slide whistle.
exactly.
You know.
You're right.
Which is why having a button for it wouldn't be good either. I don't
And we used to have a button on this podcast. We got rid of that thing.
Oh yeah,
The
we had
beef
a
buzzer?
beef buzzer. It didn't last.
yeah.
Nah, it's not as fun as the anti-PC slide whistle.
Oh yeah. Jesse Velasquez, great episode.
Great
Helped
episode.
us create this. Yeah.
That's a great episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when our name used to be Joshrardo Mike Alarcons, which
yeah.
also rolls right off the tongue.
Nobody had a problem with that.
Everybody had a problem with it, and so we changed it. But anyway, Jay, all that to say, thank you for being here.
Jay Light in the studio today.
Yeah, Jay Light.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
we got
favorite
some-
part about dropping this cake this early on is that now I just have to be hungry for the cake the
know.
whole episode.
There was a part of me that's
Just
like,
staring at me.
it's like, would it be bad if we ate it right now? But it probably would.
It'd be so bad.
It would be bad.
What?
It would be
We
bad.
do that every episode. We have a cake on it.
Yeah, but I don't think people like it.
Oh, okay. I like it, and that's what matters. Dude, I'll be right
You're
back.
gonna go get cake stuff right now?
Look at me, fool. I'm gonna.
Anyway, Jay, wow. Gerardo's all over the place. This is what happens when you have coffee after not having coffee. Speaking of coffee, how is his coffee? I feel like everybody watching is very curious as
It's
to how
pretty
he
good.
makes it.
It's pretty good
Is it?
coffee. Yeah, he did mention beforehand the beans did oxidize a little bit, which I can taste.
You can taste that
It's a
for
little
real?
flat. Yeah, you can taste that, but it's good. What's your coffee method? Do you do like a drip? Do you do a pour over?
First one, drip.
Drip. There you go.
Drip.
This is what happens when you get sober. Is you start to you lose all of your vices, so you have to develop shittier vices.
Yeah, 100%.
and coffee is become one of mine.
That's what LaCroix and
Yep.
recently Ajas have become for me, dude. I like my identity is wrapped up in these things now.
Oh, dude, that's what it. Anytime or if I go to a place, I have to have a good coffee shop within like walking distance, so I can go get a red eye. Oh, I love a fucking red eye. Red eyes are great.
Red eyes are just coffee with a shot of one shot of
Espresso. Yeah,
espresso.
one shot.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's called like what's it called if you get two? It's something different.
black eye.
Black eye. Yeah, yeah. Never. I worked at a coffee shop briefly, and never really got into it so much. But LaCroix have become, like I said, my identity, dude. I feel like tethered to them, if you will, dude. Dude, because I come home and people don't understand. I'll come home, I'll crack one of these open like a beer, dude, and I'll just throw them back.
and it's way healthier for you.
Oh yeah.
It's no calories.
No calories. A lot of burps though. A lot of
burps.
Yeah. A lot of
That's what
carbonation.
happens.
Gerardo, we could have waited, dude.
Well, you guys are having a great conversation.
Okay, continue about the coffee, dude. What else? What else about his coffee really stands out to
Okay,
you?
so the mug. This is a great coffee serving mug because it's simple, it's effective, it's big, it's bigger than it seems.
It
so
is.
there's a lot of coffee in here. I can already tell. Like there's more than 1 cup worth of coffee in here,
Yeah.
which is great because you always got to brew more than 1 cup at a time, so you can top yourself off, or you can just drink it all at once.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. You can taste the acidity to it.
Okay.
It's definitely not a dark roast.
Oh, yeah, no, medium.
It's a medium roast. Yeah.
Holy shit, Jay.
I drink dark roasts almost exclusively, so I can tell this ain't this is not 100% my vibe, but this is like 80%.
Huh.
It gets the job done.
You know what? I like a good blonde. That's what I'm a fan of.
Oh yeah, blonde
Yeah.
bomb.
And the coffee too.
Yeah,
Hey.
the coffee too. Blondes to me, he gets this one. I don't know what it is, the brand of it is, but it's
Starbucks.
incredible. Okay, well, you took a lot of credibility. Why did you cut such a huge piece for yourself?
That was it's fine.
We got half the size of that.
I got the spoon too.
Gerardo's a growing boy. Yeah. He needs it.
Yeah, he never stops growing. That's the problem.
Okay, Mom. Jesus Christ. All right, now it's time for the listeners to enjoy a piece of cake with us, dude.
Yeah, listeners at home, grab your cake and grab your sobriety chips.
Pause. Go grab your cake.
Yeah. And enjoy some cake with us.
And you know what time it is?
What?
It's the cake beef hour, dude.
Ah.
It's time to beef it up, boys. I
time
don't
to
know if you
beef it
guys are
up.
ready to beef it up as much as I am.
I mean, I'm super ready to beef it up.
I'm full of beef.
Oh, what? And on this season of the beef podcast known as Joshrardo, used to be known as Joshrardo My Calacans, we ask our guests to start off the beef off.
Yeah.
I got big beef right now.
What is it?
I got a beef. I got my new address. I just moved. My new address doesn't exist. And I didn't realize this until I moved there and tried to get stuff sent there. And everyone's like, this place doesn't exist.
What?
Did you mean this? Did you mean this address? I did not mean that address. I meant this address that I moved into and pay rent to and have a contract to.
Yeah.
Do not try and send me shit to your other addresses. I don't know where your internet is going to go to now. I don't know where my power is going to go to now.
Yeah.
I don't know where my running water is going to go to now.
How does that happen?
I live in a ghost house.
How?
I live in a ghost address.
Who sold it to you?
A ghost.
A ghost.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm the only one who can see my landlord.
Yeah, that's spooky. I like that.
Well, it's weird. I live in. It's a duplex. It's old. This is what I learned all this week from my neighbors who might be ghosts. I might be turning into a ghost.
Yeah, you might be living in an R.L. Stein book. Right
Well,
now.
I already moved. I moved out of West Hollywood because it became a nightmare during the pandemic.
Right, yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna go to Highland Park and chill out a little bit.
what was that
What
PC
was
about
that
that?
for?
Just in case.
Oh, okay.
West Hollywood stands for something else too.
Okay.
In my book, Jesus Christ.
What was nightmarish about
If
it?
there was a problem that I had with West Hollywood because of the gays before the pandemic, the pandemic is not changing that.
Yeah. That's
Like
right.
they're playing Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga just as loud as they were beforehand.
Yeah.
You know
Just
what?
a lot more coughing.
What he said wasn't bad until you blew the whistle.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
He opened me up to say worse things. No, I appreciate it.
dude.
It's a
Yeah.
preemptive whistle.
Yeah.
It's a tip of the hat whistle. This is a safe space.
Yeah. Exactly. But what about it was so bad? in
Well,
West Hollywood.
So I lived right at the corner of Melrose and Fairfax, basically. I lived right when the protests after George Floyd got killed, after that started, Fairfax was the second day of the protests, Fairfax got looted.
Yeah.
And I lived right around the corner from all of the sneaker stores that got looted.
Oh,
Like
shit.
there are people running down my alley from Flight Club who are just like, it was like you ever kick over an anthill and you see how many ants there are that live inside and you didn't realize that many ants could exist. That's how I felt watching people run out with sneakers. It was like, I didn't know that this many people cared about sneakers and could run out all at the same time. And then it just like the neighborhood went to shit. Everybody started running out wearing them without masks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously the LA homeless population has exploded.
Crazy.
And it's just like the area we were working from home all the time. It got really loud. It felt really just like not why we moved there.
Sure,
Obviously,
yeah.
there's there to be close to all the comedy and like to work, and we don't have comedy or work anymore. So we're just like, you know what? Let's go somewhere else. And then now we live in a ghost apartment, a ghost duplex.
A ghost duplex. Give yourself some credit. Dude.
Yeah. It's nicer than
You worked hard for that ghost money.
We did work hard for that ghost money.
Yes.
But yeah, it's
so-
just, it was so weird.
That's crazy.
So what's crazy about this beef too is that a lot of people be beefing with. I'd like saying be beefing. A lot of people be beefing with the U.S. Post Service right now, dude.
Oh yeah.
The postal service is great, but not if you can't find where I live.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a problem here because the apartment that we live in, I thought was a great location because it's right off of the street. Yeah. So in my mind, you don't have to go deep into the building to find where we're at. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, we're going to get all the Postmates, we're going to get all the Amazon orders just delivered right to our door.
Yeah. Right.
Not the case. They find ways. I've had Amazon drivers pull up and ask Gerardo, pull up, like look around, drive away. And then I get a notification saying that they couldn't get in because they didn't have the gate code.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, there's no gate.
Yeah, there's no gate.
It's a door.
It's a door. I chased a truck one time.
Yeah. And then, but when you complained, what did you get? You got.
I got it delivered. I didn't get anything.
I thought you got like a free gift card or something.
That was like one time, but that was one time out of like 10 times. You know, the half white side of me can be a little bit of a Karen when it comes to not getting my packages on time. Mm-hmm. And let me just say, because I don't think Amazon should word it guaranteed by.
Right.
Say possibly we'll have your package to you by
We may
tomorrow.
get it to you then. I had a package.
Yeah.
We had a package get canceled on us yesterday that was supposed to arrive yesterday. And then they sent us a notification at like 10 p.m. saying, hey, sorry, we actually didn't have this thing in stock that you ordered. So whoopsie.
What?
Moving on.
Yeah. See,
Did they
fuck
say
all
whoopsie
that.
though?
I wish.
Oh yeah, that would have lightened the blow, dude.
Yeah, I just
That's how the subject line of the email should say, whoopsie, Amazon Fulfillment Services.
I'd be a lot less inclined to be rageful if I saw that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, they would do that shit to me all the time, and it was so frustrating. Don't say guaranteed is to me such a. I'm a man of my word, okay? And guaranteed is such a strong word. For me, if you can't guarantee it's going to be there, and something happens with a truck, get a drone. yeah. You get a drone. Hire a homeless man to deliver it to me if you're going to guarantee it. I don't care if it comes at 11:59.
You know what the best part
still
about this is?
The day.
Wasn't that like a sketchbook or something?
What?
The thing that didn't get delivered?
Oh, it was an absurd item that I did not need.
What did you get?
It was probably like I think you know what it really was. I think it was a Hayao Miyazaki art book that I did not need. And so that's my bad. And I lied and I told him it was for school too. Yeah.
I love lying and telling people that things are for school. I kept my student ID as long as I possibly could to get discounts on shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, you could tell my ID is literally like 12 years old.
Yeah, because you're like a lot thinner in it. Or?
Okay, watch it, dude. Wow. Anyways, no, because it's really like, you know how when you sit on something too much, it gets a lot of black dots on it?
I know how when you sit on something, it gets a lot of black dots on it.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, you know those black
I know
dots.
those are black dots.
Did you ever used to be fat?
Yes, I did used to be
Fat
fat.
Jay.
Did you really?
I did.
For real?
Yeah, back in high school.
Was it
in middle
okay.
school?
Really?
Yeah. I was husky. I had to go to the husky section, not by choice. This is beef, all right? When your mom makes fun of you for being overweight, but then doesn't give you any options to not be overweight. She just buys you husky clothes.
Yep.
At the very least, buy me clothes that are a little bit too small, so I got to work for it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. I used to call him Fat Jay, but now I got a real Fat Jay to hit around here because he used to be fat as fuck, dude. He used to be huge.
Well, I think it was because of the drinking that I had gained more weight. But
Yeah.
I have beef with just husky in general. I had to when I was a kid, I was a little husky too, and I had to get husky pants.
Elastic
I
waist.
had to wear husky pants, yeah.
It's just so embarrassing. I don't remember. I can't in my mind imagine why I was embarrassed by this, but I was embarrassed to have to buy husky jeans.
It is embarrassing because there are no husky girls.
No,
all right. You're the dude shopping in the husky section, and you're not by yourself. Your mom is holding your hand,
Yeah.
shopping with you.
Yeah. And I feel like someone calling you husky, they're like fucking grabbing your stomach at the same time, you know?
Yes.
It feels like that when they say it. It's like husky, you know? It's like
Husky's like a slur for fat children.
it really is. And we should just call it plus size.
Yeah.
Plus size. That's it.
All right. We need to denormalize the use of the H word.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Only fat children can call each other husky.
Right. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, you talking about people being husky with cake all over your mouth? It's hilarious.
Oh, my mouth's all blue, huh?
Yeah. Sobriety.
That's
man.
awesome, dude. I don't really chew much. I just swallow it.
Yeah, I could tell.
Sign of a husky kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Sign of a husky kid. He didn't bring any napkins. He was just focused on all the utensils and plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't wait to eat that cake.
Yeah, didn't even eat the cake with the right utensil though. But I get that. I've eaten stuff off a knife that you're not supposed to eat off a knife.
Yeah.
Which is like everything. You're not supposed to eat anything off a knife.
Yeah. Don't ever lick a knife. Yeah.
But I've done it. I've eaten food out of the trash before. I don't care. It is
Yeah,
what
I've
it
been
is.
The only thing you can lick off a knife is some Nutella. But why did I have like an aneurysm right now? I don't know.
Probably because of all the cake.
Yeah.
Probably got a clot in your brain.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, very funny until I pass out, huh, guys? Jesus Christ.
Very funny because it could be real. Yeah, dude. Anyway, to circle back around to your beef, Gerardo.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy. So how are you getting anything paid for, dude? Like, where's your water? Where's your everything, electricity going?
We figured out that the house is like set up in there's an old address that it's set up under as 2 units, and my landlord, super nice, super chill, but also like chill to the point of a little bit of laziness.
Yeah.
Which I'll totally say because I doubt she's gonna listen to this podcast.
yeah, you don't know.
She's great. I signed a lease. You can't kick me out. I hope. I don't know how that works. I
Nobody
didn't read
reads
it
the
close
fine
enough.
print.
Blow the whistle. Dude.
Yeah,
She can't evict you if you do this.
She can't evict me for doing a podcast.
Yeah.
See, there we go. We're safe now. I'm not going to bring the slide whistle with me to court, to small claims court.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there, it's listed under like a unit A and a unit B. And so anything where the people are like, we don't know what this address is. Are you making this up? I would just say, look under this thing. But that's the thing. It's like, why don't you trust me to know where I live? Why do you think that I'm making up something that doesn't exist? To just what am I supposed to like? Are you mad that I'm trying to get my internet? Like I'm trying to pay you for a service?
Yeah, what does that benefit you?
Yeah. Just take my money.
Take your money, dude. Maybe your house is like on an Indian reservation or it's haunted or something.
Well, I did find out it did used to be a chop shop.
What?
Yeah. So
Chop shop for like cars?
for cars,
Or
yeah.
for people.
for cars. Maybe for it's been around. The house was built in 1896.
Okay.
It's the oldest house within like a 3-block radius of where we live. And yeah, it used to be a chop shop. And then the gang that owned it went to foreclosure on the house. They stopped chopping as much. Oh. And then my landlord bought it, and then we're like the 3rd people to live there.
That's so crazy.
How does the address get lost in all that? How does it like? Did he change the address?
I think they put on new house numbers.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like you could just leave. This is a problem on both counts because it's like you can pay the city to change that.
Yeah.
But you don't want to pay the city to change that, even though I know that you're a fucking landlord. You're rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm paying you to keep this up.
So it would make sense to me if the chop shop people did it because then they were throwing off the law, you know?
Right, I get that.
Yeah.
If it's the shop, but I'm not renting from a fucking cholo, right?
Right,
Like
yeah,
I'm not renting from some dude with like, get ready, there we go.
Nothing wrong with renting from Cholos.
No, nothing wrong with that. But listen, it would be understandable, all right?
Yeah.
A guy who's like primarily in commercial real estate, who's like doesn't have the money to go down to City Hall and figure out how to change the address to the right thing.
Yeah.
So I don't have every delivery company and every utility company being like, "Are you sure you live here? Are you sure this is the place?"
Yeah. Do you have something obnoxious in the note section of do you get Amazon packages a lot?
We're starting to now because we just moved in, so it's like just constant deliveries.
You should see I'll share it with you after the podcast, but I wrote out a very long kind of like note in the section where it says special delivery instructions.
Okay.
Every problem they've ever given me, I've somehow woven it into my my note section. So
That's
it's
what
like
you gotta do,
yeah,
though.
it's like no gate key necessary, like right off of sidewalk. Every package that they fuck up, I remember it, dude, and I edit my note section in there.
I had the biggest problem at my old place. I had a problem with Amazon delivery people because we had security doors installed because homeless people started to like go into people's apartments and break in the middle of the day. So they installed security doors, but then Amazon guys, we had doorbells and they wouldn't ring the doorbells. They would just like try and shove the packages through the security door. And it just, that baffled me because you have a doorbell. You can ring the doorbell. You don't have to shove it and fuck up the packaging.
Yeah.
Fuck up the product.
Yeah.
So did you used to live in an apartment complex?
Yes. I lived in an apartment complex. It had everybody moved out right when the pandemic hit, except for me and my girlfriend. And we were like, oh, cool, this is going to be great. Then one of our neighbors, a new neighbor moved in, and she was like fucking all the time. And the walls were really thin. So we could hear Mary fuck all the time.
Oh, Mary.
Mary.
Dropping names.
Was she with did she have the same partner or was she swinging a lot?
Swinging around. I have a lot of questions about Mary's lifestyle. Listen, do whatever you got to do, but I have questions. And her living room shared a wall with our bedroom.
Okay.
And she would start watching movies and TV shows after she fucked. She would start them at like 11:30 at night and play it loud enough that we could figure out what movie or TV show she was watching through the wall.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well,
Why would you do
also, to Mary's credit, you are a film enthusiast, so you know a lot of movies.
I mean, I do, but I don't want to hear them through the wall.
Yeah, maybe Mary is a fan of Blockbusting.
Oh, yeah.
And this was her way of trying to subtly
To get on the podcast.
She's trying to like virtue signal to you, like, hey, I love movies.
I'm a huge movie fan. I
know
watch them after I get fucked really hard.
I have
Mary,
a lot
if
of
you want me to,
energy.
if you want to be on the podcast, then wear a mask whenever you leave the apartment, and don't just never wear a mask
she
and
never
look
wore
at
a
me
mask?
like I'm the idiot for wearing the mask.
Wow.
Okay, fuck Mary.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Mary kill.
That's what I was going to say.
Probably, I mean, you probably could fuck Mary based on the sense.
I mean, if it was that often, dude. Is Mary an attractive person?
Yeah, well,
She was all right.
oh, okay. I like all right girls. Okay, wait. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we live in an apartment building too, and we hear some pretty shady things.
Oh, dude, we talked
Yeah.
about it a lot season 1.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
We hear the kids next door. Thanks for asking. The kids next door get beat like crazy.
Yeah, they're getting spanked.
Spanked.
Yeah. Spanked.
Okay, that's different.
Spanked.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not going to be any documentaries made about what happens next door.
And like we'd love to say something, but there's a lot of tattoos that go in and out of that house. I'll just say that right now.
A lot of chop shop owners.
Okay.
They run a chop shop out of their apartment.
Yeah.
It is pretty wild though, because they do get spanked
Yeah, spanked.
a lot, and
Yeah.
their dad comes. I know their whole life, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a little
we know their whole life.
I'm a little nosy. I'll peek out. I'll assess the
I
situation.
get that. Yeah. I've done that. I did that when I would leave the windows open. You hear people fighting in the street,
Yeah.
and you just go to the window and you see what they're fighting about.
I kind of like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a voyeur, I guess.
I'm a voyeur. I'll voy on a fight.
I'll voy all over the fight. You know?
Yeah. That was the best. That was the best part about living right next to the Fight Club. Whenever the looting happened, I was like, oh, look at these guys. They're on the come up right now.
Yeah. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, wait. They're getting way too close to our front door. Was it kind of like that?
We had the security doors on already, so I was
okay.
not too worried.
But we'll hear them over there, right? And we'll hear some crazy shit. And then their dad will come to visit. Now, their dad, maybe he's been in and out of jail. That's the story I've made it for him in my mind.
Yeah.
And he has, his bald Mexican guy, tattoos.
Drives a white Mustang.
Drives a white Mustang.
license plate number.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Very intimidating guy, But every time we see him and we walk past him, he's always coincidentally
The nicest person you've
saying
ever
the
seen.
fucking cutest shit
Yeah.
to his kids always.
Yeah.
Like he'll be like talking to his wife or whatever, and then we'll walk by and he'll just be like have his hand on his son's head and be like, I just want to let you know I love you more than anything in this fucking world. And we're like, Jesus Christ, this is adorable.
Yeah, it's all an act. It's gotta be.
Yeah. Well, then he leaves and they cry for like a long time.
They cry hard.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, really sad. Dude. Anyways,
Why don't they just live with the dad? They should live with the dad.
He's always getting them. I think
Yeah.
he was using his Corona money to get him a lot of toys. And
Oh yeah, they had a lot of gifts. Yeah.
yeah, they had a lot of gifts.
And that's a great idea.
Yeah, this brings me to my beef today. I discussed it with you earlier. We have another neighbor this way. That guy. Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. And he just moved in 6 months ago?
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
6 months ago, dude.
Okay.
Everyone in the apartment complex loves this guy.
Dude, he has people come in and visit him and hang out with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And
What?
we've been here for almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and nobody fucking gives a shit about us. dude.
Man, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Mary was popular.
Mary was popular. This is I've always I got a side beef. All right, this is you're stoking old beefs.
Good, dude.
I remember when I first moved to LA, I had some other friends of mine from home who moved out at the same time. And I had just moved I was living in a house with like 6 people, and I just moved out, and I was living finally in my own place. It was me and my girlfriend, and I would invite my friends who lived here in LA from home. I would invite them over, and they would always come up with some excuse and say, come over to our place.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, straight up, I was like, why don't you guys come over and hang out whenever I invite you? And they're like, well, you don't have cool stuff to do at your apartment. We have like video games. We have an arcade machine. And I was like, this is
What?
I didn't realize how shallow and superficial our friendship was.
Yeah.
Is being friends with you not enough?
Yeah, you can't just come hang out.
That's fucked up.
That's
dude.
great. And you know what though? You know what we did do, and there's a lot of credence to what he's saying, dude.
Yeah.
What did we do when we designed my room with the ME, the maximum efficiency?
Yeah.
We looked into this guy.
Oh yeah, we did snoop into
we
there.
snooped into theirs every time we walked by. We walked by like 4 times one night just because it was open, and we were like, we're gonna fucking outdo this guy's living room.
Yeah, he has a pretty sweet setup. So we set it up to maximize efficiency.
ME. I don't know if you are aware of ME.
I am not aware of ME.
You got to think more about me, dude.
Yeah. It's all about me, really.
Yeah, it's all about the me and maximum efficiency, and also coinciding with maximum. What's the word? Like you hang out with people. Fuck.
Maximum friendship?
Maximum friendship.
What hospitality?
Okay.
MH. No real cool slogan for that, but
Nope.
what's more MH? ME? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyways, but and he's still, dude. People from like the other side of the complex will come over here to hang out with him. There's a kid next door here that plays with soccer with his dog.
Okay.
And they always fucking hang out with each other, dude.
Yeah.
Never once were they like, where's Gerardo, Joshrardo?
Yeah.
Josh.
Do you guys keep your door open?
Yeah. I mean,
Are you guys playing music like you're in college? You play the cool music to lure people inside.
That's a great point.
That's what you got to start doing.
I play a lot of Tekashi and stuff like that.
That's all right. So you got to play cool music. You can't play Tekashi.
Okay. Well,
Nobody wants to hang out with somebody who listens to a snitch.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great point.
Yeah,
You need to play music like the guy at Chipotle was with his mariachi music.
Oh, mariachi music, dude.
Yeah.
It's a guy.
Who doesn't love coming in to hang out with some mariachi music?
Right?
Yeah,
It's
dude.
the best, dude.
Yeah, we should hire like a mariachi band for the whole complex.
Then they would love us.
They would love us.
Yeah.
Who got this complex? What's his name? Jose? The other
Yeah,
guy?
the other guy's name is Jose.
His
So
name is Jose.
your beef is with Jose because he's more popular than you are?
Yes.
Well, you haven't done anything to like be popular.
Imagine we could throw like a comedy show for everyone here if they liked us.
Yeah, if they liked us.
You could do it even if they don't like you.
That's what most comedy shows are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, performing for people who don't like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, until they like you.
Yeah.
And then they never come to your comedy show ever again.
Yeah.
And then they say that they're gonna follow you on Instagram and they don't.
They probably unfollow.
Oh, they do and then they unfollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I moved to LA with a lot of friends, and then after they came to like 5 shows, I had no friends, and then I had to make a whole new set of friends because that's what happens. You use up all your friend credit with people who like you, and then you're just stuck with other comics.
Yeah, and then you're stuck with other friends who are also comics, possibly, who don't want to come to your house because you have nothing fun to do.
Exactly.
And that still fucking grinds my gears a little bit, Jay.
It gets to me.
Can I come over?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You said it.
You can come over.
You said it on the podcast.
I got a yard. I got a garage.
And it's not because I'm lonely, so stop. Don't make that.
I got
don't
2
laugh
controllers for my Nintendo Switch.
I have a
Alright?
Nintendo
He
Switch
has a
too.
Nintendo
You do?
I do.
What games do you play?
Okay. All right.
I'll leave, guys.
I play currently right now. Look it, dude. I know I'm a 30-year-old man as well.
Listen. Let's hang out.
But I have this thing where I have to play, since I was a kid, I have to play every Pokemon game since I was a kid. I just have to.
Are you Sword or Shield?
Let me tell you a little bit about this. Right now I'm playing Let's Go only because Sword and Shield had so much backlash surrounding that game. About it not being a good game, you have a limited amount of Pokemon that you can get. People wanted the full Pokedex. The DLC that they're coming out with is super expensive. They
You
have
fucking nerd.
yeah, I should have gauged how much you liked it before I went into it. But I want to get Sword and Shield. But my brother, who's younger than me, who also likes Pokemon, he won't let me buy it because he doesn't want me to support Game Freak and Nintendo for making a bad game.
It's not a bad game.
Do you like it?
I like it. I mean, I will say I didn't finish it. I didn't like it enough to like keep playing it. I gave up after a certain point. I'll probably finish it someday, but I'm digging Animal Crossing and Rocket League.
Animal Crossing,
That's all I
yeah.
need.
Animal Crossing. Me and him were on that for a
Oh,
while.
yeah. 4 days.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about. Well, he was on it for 4 days hard. Like I don't think he slept.
Hard. Yeah, no. Yeah, I was pretty hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't put it like that. Tom Nook, good looking
From
guy.
drinking coffee at 8:30 at night and eating cake.
Yeah, he started looking at Isabel real weird at a certain point. But yeah, Animal Crossing, and you know what? When I first got the Switch, I was really into Breath of the Wild too.
Breath of the Wild's a great game to
Yeah.
get lost into.
It's an amazing game. It's beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I got to the very end of Breath of the Wild and then I didn't want to beat it, so I left it sitting for
Oh wow.
I think a year.
Damn.
And then when the pandemic started, I was like, I guess I should finally beat Breath of the Wild. And then I beat Ganon in like 2 shots, and I was like, okay. I guess I'm never gonna play this ever again.
It's a great game though, dude. It's an amazing game. So that's what I'm playing right now. But yeah, I gotta get Sword or Shield. Right? I just gotta do it.
I mean, you should. It's good. It's not a bad game. It's just if there are people who are like Pokemon diehards, they're going to have some problems with it just because you can't play with all the Pokemon. But why would you want to play with all the Pokemon anyway? That's thousands of Pokemon at this point.
That's not really my beef with the game, and this isn't even my beef for the episode. But it's also that like people, once they pointed it out to me, I couldn't unsee it, that a lot of the animations are super stiff. Like, I don't know if you've ever played Let's Go, the original remakes or whatever.
I haven't, but I have heard this complaint.
Yeah.
And I also think that it's a fucking nerd complaint.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Why do you care about how your Pokemon moves?
I mean, you're right. And you know what, Jay? It's because I watch too many videos and I let them convince me that it's a bad game.
This is what happened to me right before I bought Sword. I was like, oh, everybody's getting like backlash, and then I looked up the complaints. And I was like, this seems like things that I don't really care about that people are complaining about. They're like, oh, it's the same as on Heart Gold and Soul Silver or whatever the ones with when they were in fake Hawaii.
Oh, the Alolan.
Alolan.
Yeah,
yes.
Oh my god, I know way too little about this. Keep going, keep going.
But they're like, it's the same animation, so they just updated them and put them on the Switch. And I was like, I guess I don't really care about this. And I haven't played a Pokemon game in enough generations that I was like, I don't care. None of these Pokemon, they're all new to me, pretty much, right? And I'm gonna play this game and I'm gonna have a good time.
I'm going to get it.
Get it.
Oh, wait, so you're a sword guy?
I'm a sword guy.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between sword and shield?
One's blue.
Yeah, that's like
What's
Pokemon,
it?
they'll always do this thing where they'll literally just have two different characters on the cover, and then in one game you can't get some Pokemon that you can get in the other game. There'll be like 3 you can only get in the sword and 3 you can only get in shield.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit. And so sometimes people will buy both just to get those 3. I
did that as a kid.
Me too.
With red and blue and yellow.
Yeah, that's before you could do the online trading and stuff too.
Yeah. You had to have the game link.
I had one.
I had one too.
I know about the red, blue, and yellow, and red, green, and blue and yellow, right? You could only start with like Bulbasaur or Squirtle or Charmander or Pikachu. Yeah, I'm smart. I used to play the shit out of Game Boy, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What games did you play?
I always started with Charmander, dude.
Charmander. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Charmander.
Charmander's the worst starter though. That's
Really?
the real because the fire you're not going to be able. You don't have any good. You can't win the first 2 gyms.
Yep.
Because it's a rock gym and a water gym. All right. Charmander's not good against either of those. He's actively weak against water. Fuck Charmander.
Whoa. Whoa.
And fuck you, dude.
And this is an indictment against you and your own and your smarts.
Charmander is forever one of the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen.
See, this is why if you were not a husky child, if you would have understood, you got to pick Squirtle or Bulbasaur because they're husky.
They're Blastoise too, husky fella. That guy.
Blastoise, he's not just husky. He's overweight.
He's obese.
He's obese.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
you know
the
what?
Gerardo of Pokemon.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I'm going to look it up right now. Who weighs more, Charizard or Blastoise? Keep going.
Okay, and then can we get into my beef after that?
No. Blastoise, how do you spell that?
Blastoise.
Oh, shit. We got another fucking spelling bee champ over here, dude.
This guy can spell.
You can spell?
Yeah,
Will you spell me, champ?
I can spell like an Indian kid on fucking Adderall, dog.
There you go.
Okay, I did not need to make that joke anyways. Who weighs more, Blastoise or Charizard?
Are you a good speller, Jake?
I am. I won spelling bee and geography bee in my school, 5th grade.
Maybe at the end of the episode, we got to have a spell off. I am terrible at spelling.
I'll spell anything.
I wonder how good he'll be because he's pretty good. I feel confident in your ability.
I'm pretty good. My girlfriend and I do the crossword a lot, and she spells everything wrong. That's like her weakness is she can't spell, so I spell all the shit right. But she also is much smarter than me, so she gets all the words correct. And I just guess blindly, or I will actively tell her the wrong word, and then she'll write it down, and then I'll laugh, and she'll realize that I'm fucking with her.
Yeah.
And then she'll get mad at me for fucking with her. I'm like, it's the crossword. It doesn't matter that much.
Oh, Charizard weighs more than Blastoise.
How much does...
What site are
What's
you
the
on?
difference?
I'm on bulbapedia.com.
Oh, that's a pretty reputable.
Or .net, sorry. He weighs 199 pounds, Charizard does. And Blastoise is 188.5 pounds.
Okay. But how tall is Blastoise compared to Charizard?
Oh,
we're gonna get some BMI shit. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay, let's see here. How tall are you? Okay, fuck. How tall. Oh, wait.
It should have a height.
It should have a height right next to the weight.
Yeah,
Yep.
right next to
He's
it.
5'7". That's short.
Charizard?
That's Charizard.
That
yeah.
doesn't seem right.
That is short.
Yeah,
short.
Jesus Christ, Charizard. And then
Charizard's not fucking on Tinder.
Blastoise is 5'3".
Okay, yeah, so that's worse for Blastoise. Blastoise
Yeah.
is stocky.
Yeah, husky.
Husky for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't call him Husky.
So
is
were-
Charizard.
Charizard's
story
like
short.
well built, proportionate a little bit more at
Yeah.
least. Like still overweight, but Blastoise I'm worried about.
Yeah, Blastoise, it's all distributed evenly. In Charizard, it's all in them thighs.
Yeah.
Also,
And that tail.
Blastoise has
Yeah, Charizard is thick.
Thick, dude.
Charizard's got that fucking dumpster. You know what I
dude,
mean?
He's got that fucking trunk on him, you know?
Blastoise also has 2 fucking huge cannons on him, so that's like adds to the weight. So he's skinny as fuck,
Yeah.
and he has a shell. Hello,
Shells are heavy.
he's out here posing as a fucking husky kid when he's a skinny ass little fucking bitch underneath the.
You know what's good is that they both are upright on their back legs, not like fucking Venusaur. Venusaur's fat. Venusaur's on all fours.
Yeah,
can't even lift himself up.
Let me
looks
look up.
gross,
I'm gonna
dude.
look up Venusaur.
Fat fuck, poor Venusaur.
Look up a picture of Venusaur. I do feel like you have more of Venusaur vibe now that I'm thinking about it, dude.
Fucking asshole.
He does have that. You do have that kind of similar face, I feel like.
Venusaur, Venusaur is definitely like the neighbor who you don't want to hang out with because Venusaur's fat and smelly because of the flower on the back.
Yeah.
Dude, Venusaur is coming in at 6'7", 220 pounds.
6'7"?
6'7".
God,
What?
what?
That doesn't make sense, dude.
That's huge.
Oh, maybe they're accounting for the tall plant.
Or is that length?
Yeah, I think it's tallness.
I don't know. We should have gone to a different website. I don't know about.
This is Bulbapedia.
It is a pretty
Listen,
reputable website.
if we're trusting somebody to measure fictional animals,
Yeah, that's also the problem.
Bulbapedia is the one that I trust.
Yeah, that's also the problem is that they don't exist, and we're measuring them like they do. It is weird. Well, I'm glad we got to the end of that. I'm glad we solved that problem because I know everybody at home, they've really been wondering that for a long time.
You guys have a lot of tangential beefs on this podcast.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is great.
Yeah. No, feel free if you think of some more on the way.
When we start somewhere, we don't want to end that same place. You know what I mean?
Of course not. Why would you?
Yeah. Life's a journey. Right, Josh?
Sure.
Yeah. What's your beef today?
Okay, so I'm thinking real hard about my beef. I'm thinking we got Jay coming. I know Jay has a movie podcast called Blockbusting.
Yes.
Yes.
Check it out.
Great podcast.
It's a movie. It's a podcast about movies that you hate and why you hate them.
Oh,
it's
what?
a perfect beef adjacent podcast.
It's a beef adjacent movie podcast.
Adjacent movie podcast.
So I'm thinking what my beef would be and how it might align with Jay's and ability, knowledge of movies, I guess I should say. I have a beef, and it's kind of 2 beefs wrapped in one.
Oh, I think
Okay.
I know your beef.
Well, the first beef is like, maybe it's like a hack beef. It's like a general beef, but then I have a more specific beef after that.
Okay.
First beef is with the movie Tenet,
Uh-huh.
and specifically why they're not allowing Tenet to be played at drive-thrus.
That, you know what? I have the same fucking beef. It's so annoying.
It is. Do you know their reasoning?
The reasoning is because they're not releasing it in drive-ins in states where they're not allowed to show it in theaters.
Why?
Because Christopher Nolan is a little bitch.
That sounds like it. That sounds like the only reason that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Christopher Nolan, I have been on record saying this, and I will continue to say this. I love Christopher Nolan movies, but Christopher Nolan makes movies to make dumb people feel like they're smart.
That I've never heard it put that way, and I wholeheartedly agree with that.
That's all he does. And this is him just waiting. He just wants to get all of the dumb people in the same room at once, and they will see his movie, and they will all give each other coronavirus, and then they will die thinking Tenet's the best movie they've ever seen.
They'll die thinking they're so smart.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Have you seen Tenet yet or no?
No, I'm waiting for a torrent to be released. I guarantee
too.
someone's going to put it up and it's going to be piratable, and then I'll watch it that way.
Full disclosure, allegedly,
I've
already checked.
Yeah.
And there are some shitty cam versions out, but I'll wait. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to watch one of those.
No. It just doesn't make sense to me too. I don't understand. I guess, what you're saying, his reason for not wanting it to come out at a drive-through makes sense. But also,
No, it doesn't.
no, Jay's reason.
Christopher Nolan is the kind of guy who's like, he became exalted in Hollywood for doing everything the classic way,
Yeah,
right? Like no visual effects, with he's doing everything in camera.
Yeah.
He's very exacting. He's very like, I'm doing it all in IMAX. I'm shooting everything on film. I'm fucking British, mate. I'm gonna do it just like this.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he gets all the cachet that he has, and some of it's deserved, but also some of it he uses for bullshit like this.
Yeah.
Just let us see it at the drive-in.
Yeah. Just let us see it at the drive-in. Also, my other secondary beef though is with drive-ins.
Why?
What?
Yeah. How do we all feel about drive-ins?
Oh man, I've done a lot of naughty things at drive-ins.
But that's the point. Have you watched a movie from start to finish?
Well,
at a
there's
drive-in?
2 movies, one that you care about and the other one you don't really care
And that's
about.
another problem I have. But I want to ask our guests.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I like drive-ins.
Okay.
I do have some problems with drive-ins. I do hate whenever they do the double feature and it's a bad double feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to go for my birthday. I was like, all right, what's a way that I can have people come out and hang out on my birthday, but we're not like hanging out. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to a drive-in. If you guys want to come buy tickets, I'll swing by your car and say hi.
Yeah.
And the one that I like the most, Mission Tiki out in Pomona. And
I've been there, yeah.
it's great. And they had the whole week beforehand, they had great double features.
Yeah.
And then my fucking birthday weekend, the double features didn't make sense. Like they mashed up movies that didn't go together at all. Like it was like Grown Ups and a horror movie were combined.
What? Yeah, what?
And like Goonies and some other, and like Ready or Not were combined. It's just like combine the stuff that makes sense.
Yeah.
Make it thematic.
Absolutely.
Don't just randomly throw movies at the wall.
Yeah.
And especially sometimes the themes are a stretch. You know what I mean? Like you'll have Gremlins and then you'll have like the Santa Claus or something. And it's like, play Gremlins and Gremlins 2 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And sometimes they stretch it on those little DVDs that you can get bundled together.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they push it with them
the
being
bargain bin DVDs.
Yeah. Like are these in the same universe sometimes, I wonder? They push it even then.
So can you get Wimbledon and Mother-in-Law in the same,
like
same DVD?
I
I
look-
guess they're both rom-coms, I guess.
Kind of? Are they directed by this? No, they're not. Are they starring this? No, they're not. Why are they together? I don't know.
Oh, I got a good double feature. Miracle and I, Tonya. How about that, guys?
That would be good.
Yeah.
Ice skating movies.
That's pretty good, actually.
Ice skating and Olympics. Hello.
Well, I want to ask Jay what you think a great double feature would be.
The one I wound up seeing was Dazed and Confused and Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, that's good.
pretty good too.
Secret Movie Club. Shout out Secret Movie Club. They're great.
Yeah.
But that's a great double feature because the thing is, Secret Movie Club is run by a fucking film nerd,
Right.
who knows, hey, I'm going to pair this stuff together. Like he did one the other week that was Repo Man and Drive.
That's great
paired
too.
together. He's like, I'm doing cult movies. We're going to pair those up together. Like do stuff that's thematically like makes sense together.
Yeah.
Like if I were to pick one, I would say like Mulholland Drive and Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Right? They're both LA movies.
Street names.
Street names.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think thought of that.
And they're sort of like mystery, thrillery kind of stories.
Yeah.
You start out with Sunset Boulevard, and then that's the straightforward one. And then everybody starts to get a little, you maybe have a little drink, you smoke, or whatever you do at the drive-in. Maybe you eat too much cake, and you start getting the sugar. You start getting the sugar rush.
Yeah.
Don't point at me.
Listen, this is for sober people too, all right?
Yeah.
And then once you get all weirded out and you have the crazy eyes, then Mulholland Drive is way easier to understand.
You know what? I've never seen both those movies. You haven't either, huh?
I've seen Mulholland Drive.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen it. Can't tell you a thing about it. Can't tell you a thing about it. I just know that somebody shows up at someone's house
Yep.
and some shit happens at the house and I'm out.
That happens in a lot of movies, though. But that could be
So-
describing like
Yeah.
90% of movies.
Yeah.
I almost
That happens
get-
in Tenet, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't
Oh,
seen
okay. I was about to say, you saw
Yeah.
it.
I almost agree with sometimes these like some film nerds. Some film nerds will say like, oh, it's a masterpiece. And there are other people who will say, I know a lot about movies and this still makes zero sense to me. Where do you fall on that? Do you
Mulholland Drive?
Yeah.
I love Mulholland Drive. It's in my top 15.
Okay.
I think what Mulholland Drive, and this is a big signifier for me, is I saw it and I immediately wanted to watch it again to figure out what the fuck happened.
Okay.
Because there's a big twist, which I won't spoil for the listeners, but there's a big twist like 2/3 of the way through the movie that changes the movie entirely.
Yeah.
And then after that happened, I was like, what is happening? And then I rewatched it and then I researched and I love the way it's made. I love everything about it. But it's I can see why it's hard to get into. Like I got a weird brain. I like stuff like that. Like I like Tree of Life for the same reason. I wanted to watch it immediately again because I wanted to figure out what the fuck was going on in that movie.
We have had moments like that too. Like we watched The Lighthouse not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
It's the same kind of thing where I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but it's similar in that like it's really weird. I enjoyed it. I didn't want to see it again. I was like overwhelmed by it.
Yeah.
It's an overwhelming movie.
Absolutely.
And I can only imagine how it would feel for two dudes to see that movie
Yeah,
together,
yeah, yeah.
who are living together.
We were watching it and fuck yeah, right. That's a really good point. Actually, I just processed that late. Anyways, we were watching it right when it finished. We were like, that was the worst fucking movie
hated
I've
it.
ever seen. And then next thing you know, we're like 3 hours later talking about it still, and we're like, damn, that was a good ass movie, dude.
That was the craziest part about it. We hated it.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 3 hours and we're like, this might be the greatest movie ever
That's the
made.
thing. It's this real sign of a movie that to watch it and you don't feel good about it, but
Yeah.
you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking art.
It really is.
Which one of you is the Willem Dafoe and the Robert Pattinson in that movie?
I'm probably willing to vote.
That's
Yeah,
what
he's
I would
Willem
say. You're
Dafoe.
probably Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
And then you're out there killing seagulls. You're
Oh
beating
yeah.
them to death.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then he's turning into like Ursula on top of me.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Man.
At the end of that movie.
If beating the seagulls was
What?
If beating seagulls was smoking cigarettes, that'd be him. I just realized how weird beating seagulls sounds.
Yeah,
dude.
it does sound pretty aggressive. Yeah, dude. I can't think of what a perfect double feature would be for me. I like to call
Just in case.
I like to think I know a fair amount about movies, but I don't. We went to the Vista too to watch Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, I
yeah.
miss the Vista so much.
Yeah.
It was I think I'd been there before, but for
Beverly?
New Beverly.
Yeah. It's called the Vista?
No, the New Beverly and the Vista are two different places.
Okay, we went to the
Okay,
New
yeah, we
Beverly
went to
then.
the New
But
Beverly,
I've
yeah.
been to the
They're
Vista.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're similar spots.
I've been to the Vista, but this time to see Eyes Wide Shut, we went to the New Beverly.
Yeah.
And what they do there is they'll give you like, I mean, you obviously know, but maybe people watching and listening don't know. They'll give you like a whole rundown of the movie before the movie starts. Like
Yeah.
they'll
Yep.
talk about the movie before it starts. And I thought that was dope.
And at the end, Bruce Willis is a ghost. Anyways, here's the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I loved.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I saw my favorite movie last year was Uncut Gems.
Ours too.
yeah.
Great fucking movie. And I saw it 3 times in theaters.
I've seen it 3 times as well.
First time I saw it in theaters, I saw it by myself, visiting my parents right before I left for Christmas Eve to go visit my parents back in Texas.
Yeah.
And it was like 9 a.m. and I just woke up and I was like, this is exhilarating.
Yeah.
I love this movie. Then I saw it in a theater with friends of mine on Christmas Day and they were like, I don't know about this. And I was like, you guys are fucking crazy. This movie is the best movie to be made this entire year in several years. Then I saw it at the New Beverly. And the New Beverly audience is curated to be like film nerds who appreciate movies. They were laughing at parts that I thought was funny, and I was like, I couldn't laugh at this before, but now everybody else is laughing. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is good. This is the way it should be.
Yeah.
And then they have the guy come out beforehand. I love when somebody comes out and tells you what to do.
That happens when that happened to us when Eyes Wide Shut when we watched that movie as well, because people had seen it obviously a million times before. It was my first time at least seeing it.
I saw like probably part of it before. That's it.
So as a person who had never seen that movie before, watching it in a room full of people who had seen it countless times was weird because there were these inside jokes and like, you know, things that they were laughing at. I was like, why are you guys laughing? I'm really concerned right now. I want to see how this unfolds. Why are you laughing? But I do get that sense of camaraderie and getting to watch it with other movie nerds, you know?
Yeah.
But we thought Uncut Gems was chef's
Uncut
kiss.
Gems is so good.
We saw it 3 times too, but pirated.
Oh, yeah,
Allegedly.
yeah. Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and then Good Time. Have you seen Good Time?
Love Good Time.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Robert Pattinson turned around for me as a good actor because of Good Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not willing to. I had my biases. All right, I'm not willing to watch a sparkly vampire boy.
Yeah.
Sure.
And to consider him a legitimate actor. And then I watched Good Time, and I was like, oh, you're a real piece of shit, but you're a great actor
Yeah.
because I like this piece of shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was a great movie. And also just like you said, this ability to like create a movie that you're talking about for hours, you can't stop thinking about. They also the what are the brothers' names?
Safdie brothers.
Safdie brothers. They also have this ability to make you feel anxiety and just like you're so uncomfortable while you're watching it, and you can't stop saying out loud, "Why are you doing this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my all-time favorite movies is a movie I tell anyone to watch. Have you guys ever seen Dear Zachary?
No, but I know what it's about.
Okay, so it's another movie. I don't want to spoil anything. If you haven't seen it, you should go. I'm telling this directly to camera. All right, go watch Dear Zachary. Dear Zachary is a movie that I never want to watch it, but anytime I meet like somebody who hasn't seen it, it's like my go-to movie. Like 4th or 5th date when I'm dating somebody and they hadn't seen it, I'm like, we have to watch Dear Zachary. It is so sad and so infuriating, but it is so great. And it's just a beautifully made and edited documentary, and it makes you feel, you go through the whole gamut of negative emotions, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's so great, and I recommend it for anybody, but you're not going to like it. You're not going to enjoy watching it.
Right.
But it's a great, like, capital I important movie.
What year was it made?
2006, I want to say, or 7.
Another great movie that we watched recently that I recommend, especially for somebody who's sober, is He Won't Get Far on Foot.
Don't worry, he won't get far on foot.
Oh, the one with Jonah Hill and
Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Have you seen it?
I have not, but
As
I
a
know what it's about.
As a sober person watching that movie, I was moved.
Oh yeah, it's one of the saddest movies you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Don't expect to have a good time.
Yeah, that's
But
another one.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, I buy that. Why? That's Joaquin Phoenix will do that to you.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is he's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and watching them, like, you know, it was a very, to me, like, realistic depiction of like the program and stuff like that, and it just seemed really genuine and real. It's based off a true story,
Right.
But it just felt real too, the way it was made.
Yeah.
I like that. I like a movie that where it feels it doesn't feel contrived.
Right.
You know, and that's hard to do sometimes with stories based on real life events. Because sometimes you might get an actor in there who doesn't know what they're doing. You might get a director who doesn't know what they're doing, or a writer who like makes it too schmaltzy and shitty.
Yeah.
Now you gotta get you gotta get the good confluence of people who like can just give it a life and make it feel good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying. Ever since you told me what your podcast was about, I'm trying to think of like a movie that I hate.
Yeah, try to think of one that you absolutely hate. And I'll tell you why. Another reason I don't like to drive in.
Please.
It's because I used to live in my car for like a year. I watched a lot of movies in the car and not by choice, okay? Why would I choose to pay money to do that?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But it's a bigger screen.
Yeah.
That is true. But I can never really see the screen well. And I'm not a snob, but even when I was living in my car, I was like very particular about how I watch things.
Okay.
I don't like to be talked to while I'm watching something new. I
feel ya.
I don't like when someone else is not paying attention because I'm paying attention to them not paying attention.
Oh, that's all I can think about.
Yeah.
Is why aren't you watching this movie?
Absolutely.
Especially if it's me showing a movie to somebody, or and it's just like what we're trying to connect here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it could be something small, like they could just like be swiping away a notification, and I'm like, oh, might as well not watch the fucking movie. I don't know. I like to watch movies a very specific way. I like to be like fully immersed in them. And when I go
As
to
immersed as you can be in your car on your phone.
But sometimes, and that's why when I was in my car, sometimes I'd have the little, I got like a special little thing that would like hold my phone very close to my face, and I would just put earplugs in, and I would just be like that.
God.
Yeah. But that's why I don't like to drive in too, because I feel like I can never really get fully immersed in the movie. I can never really see the screen. You know, people play games in their car when they're like honking horns at certain parts and stuff like that.
But that's the thing about it's like the drive-in is a collective movie-going experience, which we don't have anymore.
True.
That's what I miss about movie theaters. You get the collective experience. Like I've been doing a movie club with friends of mine during all this, where we'll start the movie. And I don't do the whole thing where you're on Zoom and talking to people, but I'll text throughout the whole movie, and we'll just send each other jokes and talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
Because that's like, all right, I get a collective experience.
Yeah.
All right. I do love seeing a movie by myself, but I want to go to. I need that collective experience in my life still.
Yeah,
So I'll get that a little bit. And the drive-in's a fun way to do that, but also you're right. You can never see it right. People are always going to leave their lights on or their car running, and it's always going to distract you.
Yep.
You're going to realize that Fast Times at Ridgemont High actually isn't that good, and you just have to sit through the whole rest of the movie.
Yeah. And then, maybe you're trying to get intimate with the person sitting in the passenger seat, and you got all these things in the middle between.
Okay, because you live in your car.
Right.
Yeah,
but this is after that.
Oh, okay.
It's just not a very what if I want to put my arm around somebody? It's just, I don't know. It feels weird to me.
You got to sit in the back seat. You got to pop the trunk.
Oh, park backwards.
Yeah.
And then
Pop the trunk. Jesus Christ.
You got to pop the trunk. you got to get some cushions.
Right.
Steal some pillows from your couch, and get a blanket.
Okay. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. So I'm not supposed to watch him in the driver's seat? At
No,
drive-ins?
that's the rookie mistake you're making.
Wow.
That is the rookie mistake I'm making. I've never seen a movie in a drive-in any other way.
You got to flip around.
I'm gonna
Change
be
your
open.
life.
I'm gonna be open to it.
That's right. My not my girlfriend, a friend of mine back in the day. A friend of mine back in the day. She had a TC, Scion TC, right?
The big box ones?
Not the box one. That's the XB.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the TC, where it's like the Corolla of Scions.
Okay.
Yeah, and she had this thing where you pop the trunk, and then like the seats would go down, and she had like a whole bed that would just roll out.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Is that why they call it the TC though? It's just the Scion. This is the Toyota Corolla.
Secretly
is what it is.
Yeah.
But that sounds great. That's the perfect movie watching experience.
And that was probably one of the first times I ever went to the drive-in.
Huh. Yeah, I fucked up. I'm gonna be open to this because I've just been sitting like with my hand on the steering wheel watching movies that way, and I don't think that's the right way to do that.
You should also unbuckle your seatbelt. I don't know if you've been doing that.
You know what? I'm not gonna say I don't do that because I probably do. I probably keep it buckled.
Yeah.
Fuck. I've been doing it all wrong.
Change your life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give it a second try. Did you think of a movie that you hate?
I did, but I don't know.
Just, if you did, then say it.
You might be lucky. You might get yourself booked on an episode of
Be careful,
Play your
no
cards
pressure.
right.
My movie
pressure.
that I hate, right? And I think it was just the time that I saw it was Gravity.
Okay. Why'd you hate Gravity?
I was on mushrooms.
Oh, that's a bad movie to see on mushrooms.
Yeah, in a theater on mushrooms in space.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's-
such a bad movie.
And then
to
next
see
thing
on
you know,
mushrooms.
Sandra Bullock is like yelling at a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Next
barking
thing
like
you
a
know,
dog.
at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then George Clooney comes out of nowhere and it ends up being a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Gravity. Jesus.
Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, it came out in 2009 or something, dude. Jesus Christ.
So have you seen it sober?
I think I did, but I still hated it.
Well,
I remember.
it's another anxious movie.
Yeah.
It is.
I remember seeing it again and thinking like, no, it wasn't the shrooms. I hate this movie.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was because of The Blind Side. I just hate like the white savior thing, and so I just hated Sandra Bullock.
But that's not what happens at all.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That has nothing to do with Gravity.
yeah.
But sure.
But she won the best actress, right?
Not for Gravity.
Oh, no?
She won it for The Blind Side.
Oh,
Hollywood does love a white savior.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
The Sandra Bullock movie that I did not like at all was Bird Box. I did not like that
oh,
movie.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah. Well, do you have a movie that comes to mind when you think of one movie that you hate?
Yeah. There's this movie.
Don't say Joker.
No. Everybody loves this. It's a classic. It's regarded as a classic. I fucking hate it. It's Lawrence of Arabia.
Okay.
Oh,
I saw that in college. I took this class. I went to film school, so I had to take all these movie-related classes, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was a class where we would watch movies in the screening room at the school. Every week, we had a new movie we had to watch, and we would come back to class the next day and we'd talk about it. And most of them pretty great. You know, Shining. We watched a bunch of other stuff that I can't remember. I love The Shining, but we watched Lawrence of Arabia, and collectively, the entire class was like, "This movie is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Why does our professor love this movie? Why does everybody love this movie?
Yeah,
so much?"
everybody loves that movie.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's slow. It's poorly acted. The story's all over the place. It's real. It's just bad. And I don't know why everyone's like, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. I think it's literally just because there's a moment where he like blows out a match and then it cuts to a sunset and everyone's just like blown away.
Yeah.
Like it's the greatest cut in cinema history. It's not even the greatest cut in cinema history. It's in 2001. Stanley Kubrick is the god. But anyway.
It was in 2001 that movie was made?
no, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I was going to say, dude, I don't know about that. I was like, Jay, you had me? Nah. And then you
No,
lost
Lawrence
me.
of Arabia is like 38.
Yeah, it's old as shit.
1930.
No, it's from the 70s.
No, it's 38.
No, I was going to say, because people always talk about Lawrence of Arabia, Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Like, these are Casablanca, obviously. These are movies
Dr. Strangelove, keep saying them.
that are just, like, revered as, like, the pinnacle of Hollywood.
Cinema.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like sometimes movies that are classics are just they are of a time and they don't hold up.
Yeah.
And Lawrence of Arabia, I think, is one of those movies for sure. Like, and also, I'm not an epics guy, right? Like, I don't like Lord of the Rings. I fell asleep when I saw Lord of the Rings too.
I get that.
It's not my thing.
I like it.
I love Lord of the Rings, but I get why I completely understand why someone would not like that movie. It's kind of just people walking from one place to another movie. I mean, to another
movie?
yeah, to another destination.
I would love to walk to another movie.
That'd be pretty cool.
I've only walked out of one movie in my entire life.
What was it?
Wild Hogs.
Why were you there?
My girlfriend, this was in high school. My girlfriend and I, we wanted to get out of the house. She had a weird home life for a little bit. So we were like, let's get out of your house. Let's go see a movie. And we went and saw Wild Hogs. We were like, we'd rather be back in your house where your parents are fighting and then see the rest of this movie.
We'd rather be back in a shitty situation than be in
Yeah.
this movie theater. I remember my parents took me to see. Do you guys remember that movie Out Cold?
No.
It's a movie where the premise loosely is about this group of snowboarders,
Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah.
but it's basically an American Pie movie in the mountains, pretty much.
Okay.
And my parents, who are super conservative Christian, my mom at least, took me because she thought it was like a snowboarding movie. And she's like, "You like snowboarding?" And she had to watch a movie with me where a dude puts his dick in the hole of a jet in a hot tub.
yeah.
And then she walked out. And that was the only movie that I remember walking out of because she thought like, oh, this is a happy-go-lucky snowboarding movie. And it was American Pie in the Mountains.
I thought you were going to go the opposite direction where it
She
was going
loved
to be
it.
like a 8 Below kind of situation where it's a movie that you look at it and it's like, oh, this movie's about like sled dogs. And then halfway through the movie, it turns out it's about all those dogs dying in Antarctica.
No.
And I was like, oh, these snowboarders are going to like die and eat each other in a plane crash or something.
Definitely not that. I do have weird connections to movies though.
Yeah.
Like for me, one of the greatest movies of all time, and it's not like a great movie, but to me it's a great movie, is Galaxy Quest.
Love Galaxy Quest.
It's an amazing movie. It's
Great
just
movie.
like almost to me, I know it sounds silly to say it, but it's like almost a perfect movie to me.
Interesting. But it is a great comedy. It's really
And it
well
holds
made.
up.
Yeah.
It holds up so well. The cast is amazing. You have Alan Rickman, you have Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver. It's like an amazing cast. Even from Moon and from
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's in
Yep.
it too.
Oh yeah, I love Moon.
Yeah, Moon's great.
Moon's
Yeah.
great.
And I don't know why. That's a movie that just like just means a lot to me.
Question: have you ever seen Wolf Creek?
No. Horror movie, right?
Horrible movie.
Horrible.
More like that.
Got him.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that.
That was
There you
great.
go. Nice. Got him.
Anyways, that was the joke. I'm just kidding.
Only to make that joke.
No, I remember looking forward to that movie so much. It came out on my birthday, 2006. And when we went to go see it, I was like, this is the shittiest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a good, you know how you could have a good time watching a bad movie with friends? It was a terrible time, dude.
I hate when that happens. I had we had a week in the movie club where we watched bad movies and we tried to pick worse and worse movies because sometimes you can have fun. Like we just watched Drunk Parents, which is a terrible movie.
Oh, yeah,
but it's a fun, terrible movie.
Yeah.
But we picked a bunch of movies where basically like we then continued to try and top each other with the terrible movie. So like I don't remember what the first pick was. I blocked it out of my mind.
It was that bad.
It was that bad. But then I picked Artemis Fowl to follow up.
I heard that was terrible.
Artemis Fowl is total dog shit, except for the part where Josh Gad unhinges his jaw and shits out dirt and eats dirt. That's great. The rest of the movie, totally incomprehensible.
Yeah.
And then we watched this movie after that called Cool World, which I've done a podcast episode about. It's total garbage. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but with sex.
Yeah.
It's real weird. Brad Pitt is tries to fuck a doll, not a doll, a toon, an animated cartoon.
Yeah.
So far, this sounds pretty good.
It's not that good. You'd be surprised. But then we watched Heart Beeps, which is like an Andy Kaufman movie that was made in 1981, and it's about robots that like fall in love, and it's so bad it ruined Andy Kaufman's film career.
Oh.
Like they made him a leading man in it so they could see if he would be able to have like, leading man potential.
Right. Yeah.
Because he was real popular at the time. And the movie was so bad that it ruined his film career. He had to go and apologize for it publicly on Letterman.
What? So it's just a bad movie, or was everything about it everything about it bad, or just the script bad? Was his acting just bad, or was it all of it?
No, it wasn't even. It was the whole thing was bad. It was like watching paint. It was like watching paint dry. For gloriously like 80 minutes. It wasn't a full hour and a half, thank God.
Damn.
But it's literally just like the dialogue, it's all robots speaking robot language.
Oh, okay.
But they're all super monotone and there's nothing fun about it. There's nothing inventive about it. Randy Quaid is in there though. Randy Quaid shows up and even he is uninteresting in this movie. Randy Quaid's great in pretty much anything just because he's a fucking total wacko.
Yeah.
But in this, Randy Quaid is terrible.
I gotta see Randy Quaid once again.
I
I know Dennis. Him go way back.
We have to we have to watch this movie because there is something fun about watching a bad movie.
Watch Drunk Parents. Don't watch Heartbeats.
Didn't that come out?
You're gonna Drunk Parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out and it just got released on Netflix a little while ago.
A Will Ferrell movie or something like that?
Will Ferrell is in it, but it's not. It's an Alec Baldwin, Salma Hayek movie.
Oh,
and Will Ferrell plays a bum that Alec Baldwin keeps calling a bum the whole time,
Okay. All right,
and who
add
sets
that to the
himself on
list.
fire. It's great.
Add it to the list, dude.
Yeah, Drunk Parents is worth it. Drunk Parents is worth it for the laugh.
Okay, we got to check that out. because we watch ironically bad movies pretty often.
Yeah, you guys have probably seen the like Room.
Oh, Room, obviously.
Troll 2.
Troll 2.
Birdemic.
Never seen
never
Birdemic.
seen Birdemic.
Birdemic is
Is it just like Attack of the Birds kind of thing?
yes. That movie's
yeah.
just called The Birds, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, you're giving
No,
away the
I know, but
Do you?
let's start over.
But yeah, dude, I'm trying to think of an ironically bad movie. Obviously, Troll 2, yeah, but I can't think of him. Oh, we watched Richard Jewell not too long ago.
Oh, dude, have you
How's
seen-
Richard Jewell? I haven't seen it, but I'm so intrigued by it.
You know what we did afterwards? We kept singing that Kenny Rogers song.
Oh yeah, you gotta know.
You gotta know when to hold
Yeah.
them and know when to fold them.
It was a movie where I don't think had I not watched it with him and just been able to make jokes the whole time, I would have enjoyed it.
It was hilarious. Because you ever do that thing around Oscar season where you watch all the Oscar movies?
Yeah, I'd try to do that, especially recently.
Yeah. So we did that, and we finally got our hands on Richard Jewell, pirated apparently, or
Allegedly.
Yeah, not apparently. Yeah.
And
My client apparently murdered these people. I don't know.
Apparently, I don't know.
Apparently.
and so, but there was one joke towards the beginning where she's the reporter's trying to get a break in the story or something, and so she meets the other character at the Mad Men guy. Who was his name?
John Hamm.
John Hamm. I need to come more prepared.
You're in front of a computer.
Yeah, meets John Hamm at the bar, and then he's like, playing tough to get, and he finally gives her information. She goes, "All right, well, you want to do this in the car or the bathroom?"
Yeah.
And then
the implication being, that
they're gonna
Fucking him for the information.
Fucking him for the information. Yeah.
And then the whole movie, every time she would walk on screen, we would just say, "Okay, guys, you guys want to do this in the car or the bathroom?"
For the rest of the movie, because every time, like the story goes public and it's a big deal for her. So she walks into the office and everybody's applauding her and they give her a standing ovation. And we're just like, all right, everybody in the car, in the bathroom. And just the whole office
She's gonna fuck everyone.
That's what I did every time Mary fucked, though. I would give her a standing ovation. I go, "You go, Mary. You get it. You get it, girl.
You go, Mary." I wonder if Mary listens to the podcast too.
I mean, if she listens to Blockbusting, she's probably going to listen to this as an offshoot.
Yeah.
That's so funny. She's fucking and you hear your podcast in the background.
Well, not anymore. We moved away.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah.
You know,
That'd be incredible if she was fucking while listening to your podcast. That
would be incredible.
Come on, dude. That'd be pretty good.
that would be the best.
Do you think anybody's listened to Blockbusting while fucking before?
I hope not. I mean, I don't even think I could listen to Blockbusting while fucking.
I'm gonna do you a solid, Jay. I'm
You're gonna do that?
I'm gonna put on Blockbusting the next time I'm having sex.
There you
right?
go. That's, you know what? If you're single out there, put on Blockbusting while you're fucking and be like Mary and fuck a bunch of different people.
Yep.
And then everybody's gonna find out about Blockbusting.
Yeah.
You know what? Next time I fuck, I'm gonna play Joshrardo.
Oh
Deal.
shit! Hey,
Deal.
try not to come, motherfucker.
We'll do a pod swap.
Okay.
In the bedroom.
Pot swap in the bedroom, dude.
Yeah. Well, we'll even like send you proof.
Yeah.
I don't know how we'll do that. But
Sex tapes, obviously.
Yeah. And also, you can
Allegedly.
apparently, you can make it even a sex move. Blockbusting sounds like it could be a sex move too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Next time you're with your partner,
But any move with like blocking it, sounds kind of aggressive.
It's where you punch the cum out of the balls like Mario.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're busting the block, busting a nut.
Yeah, ball, yeah.
the visual of that is not going to leave my head.
You know
for
what?
like
That's what I
3
should
days.
start doing as a Patreon exclusive is nut busting, where we just talk about porn that I see.
That'd be a great
Oh,
idea.
yeah, there's terrible porns out there.
Yeah.
There's also really good ones.
Yeah, but people don't go around talking about really good ones, so you might have like hit a wall there. Because you have to be like a good movie that you think is bad, right?
Well, they have that. Sometimes people do flip it around and talk about a movie that everybody hates that they love.
Ah, I got a lot of those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours? What's your top one? If you got a lot of them.
Oh shit.
I mean, you should have
Yeah,
one
you-
right at the top of your head.
If you have a lot of them,
This is actually great because I have to pee so bad. So
Okay,
think
yeah.
about
Think
it.
about
And
it.
I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
think about it, and you better do it quick. Dude.
I know. Fuck. He probably
Before Jay gets back.
Yeah. So,
Probably please quick, like you said. Yeah.
what are movies that people hate? Okay.
What you got?
Jay, I got to be honest, we got nowhere.
Yeah, I just said Joker 3 times.
yeah.
Joker's a good movie, though.
Yeah, people hate on it.
Well, it's because it's a bad movie, but it's a good movie.
But it's a bad movie because people are afraid of what it might cause other people to do or,
Right.
or feel.
It's a movie that caused an unnecessary moral panic, which
Yeah.
is total bullshit because that movie is just middle of the road. It's fine. Joaquin Phoenix, I'm so glad he won an Oscar. He shouldn't have won an Oscar for that movie. Should have won it for The
Yeah.
Master.
Yeah.
For-
Oh, yeah.
For You Were Never Really Here.
Never saw that.
Great movie.
You were
Really?
never really here. I never saw that, but I did see The Master. The Master is you've seen The Master?
Yeah. And another
So
movie
great.
I also watched recently that I had never seen was There Will Be Blood. I had never seen that.
my
Oh,
God.
my favorite movie
Yeah.
of all
Great-
time.
it's a great movie.
Love There Will Be Blood.
It's an amazing movie, and I had never seen it until like what 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and my favorite movie of all time too. I already told you that. I didn't say that just because Jay said it.
Allegedly. Apparently.
Apparently, and allegedly. But you said at the beginning of the movie, you're like, I can't watch this whole thing. It's like 2.5 hours
Yeah.
because it was already like 1 a.m. And the next thing you know, he's like finishing it, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I gotta wake up early."
Yeah, it was
That's what happens to you, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a movie that I was not intending on finishing,
Yeah.
and then couldn't help but watch
yeah.
the whole thing. Anyway, we've given you a lot of movie recommendations that you
Yeah.
should check out, and for more movie recommendations, you can check out Blockbusting. We're not
Yeah.
done yet, though. We'd like to play a little game before we get out of here, Jay.
I'm so glad I peed. Hit me with the game.
Oh yeah, imagine
Okay,
trying
yeah.
to play the game while you had to pee.
Oh, yeah. No,
Would've
thank
been
you.
An extra challenge.
No,
so.
that was you guys gave me the perfect out.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even come up with something good to talk about when we came out.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'll have one. I'll DM you, dude. I'll DM you with
right.
a good one. But
But you're not going on Blockbusting.
you
failed.
Somebody did already talk about Gravity, so
Oh shit!
you gotta
Did they
think about
hate it?
something else. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's the whole premise of the show.
But you said people go on there with movies they love.
They'd be like, well, but that's like every so often
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
people think are bad.
Yeah. I just need to listen to some
Yeah,
episodes.
dude, you just need to listen to Jay.
That'd be
talk
like if
right
I came
now.
on here and talked about stuff that I thought was cool and rad.
Yeah. Yeah.
People have come on here and said they have beef with beef, and you know what we tell them? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, that's such a
Short episodes.
Yeah.
It's also, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Be in the spirit a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's hack at this point.
It really
Yeah.
is. It
Yeah.
really
I'd
is.
say you got a beef with beef.
Yeah.
Let beef happen.
Exactly. Beef is what makes the world go round.
Yes.
I think it's better than being fake nice and pretending to love everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better to just say I got beef with something.
Because you know what? You can still be nice and have beef with things.
Yeah. That's a
You're
great
allowed
point.
to. You're allowed to do it.
I mean, look at Jay. Nicest guy we've had in this apartment in the last 2 months. Got beef with a lot of stuff.
Well, we had like a lot of like not a lot of people. We had some people in here, and you're saying they're all not nice.
No, not as nice as Jay.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It's a comparative analogy, dude. Whoa, that's like the smartest thing I've ever said.
That's very good.
It's the only thing you said that made sense this whole
Yeah,
episode.
for reals. I don't know what the fuck I hit my head real hard earlier or something,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, yeah, you really did.
So we like to play games here, right?
Yes.
And so, and we want to bring back a throwback. Hello, throwback.
Yeah.
And it's a game called the Deep Game.
Okay.
Nobody goes inside of each other. Everyone thinks that all the time. Anyways. And so the Deep Game is a game where we give you two random inanimate objects that are in the room.
Okay.
And you start the saying by saying sometimes in life, then you include those two deep objects, and then you round it off at the end by saying those two things again to like sum it all up, trying to make a deep saying.
I don't totally get it yet.
Yeah, it sounds a
Yeah,
little
I
more
think
complicated.
I might need one of you guys to do an example
Oh, yeah,
just
we'll-
to test it out.
We'll all do one.
We'll do a round.
And we'll have you
Okay.
go last.
Okay.
So go ahead, give me two words.
So you give him one, and I'll give him one. A random anything word object.
Cake.
Cake.
Cake. And try not to use. You're fine, but I almost did it.
Oh, 2-word words.
2-word word. So I
Like
was going
salt
to say
shaker.
hand sanitizer. I was
Yeah,
going to
okay.
say. So let's just say salt instead of salt shaker.
Okay, salt, cake. Yeah, okay.
Did I pull that off?
All right, let's see if I pull this off. Sometimes in life, you go around and you're hungry, you know. You might want to eat some steak, afterwards have a cake, you know. But who's making that food? You never know. Maybe somebody put salt instead of sugar in your cake, and now you're eating some fucking salty cake.
They should have put the salt on the steak.
Yeah,
They should have.
They
Dr.
should've.
Seuss, they should have.
Let me finish.
Put the
Jesus
salt on the
Christ.
steak, sugar on the cake. I fucked it all up.
You know your saying's not deep when people don't let you finish.
Yeah.
Anyways, but so instead of eating too much cake, oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. When eating a sugarless salty cake, don't forget to salt your steak. Pretty good fucking.
That was a horrible example.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll give you two.
It's
words.
good to know like where the bar is
Yeah.
to know that I can clear it
Yeah.
just by tripping over the bar.
You know
honestly.
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The first one always goes terrible.
Is that why you always go first?
No.
Yeah. And
you have an
coincidentally,
excuse.
he always, and apparently he always goes first.
No. So let's go ahead and give Josh two words.
Okay, let's do it.
Cardboard.
Cable.
Cardboard and cable. Okay. All right. Cable's throwing me off a little bit. But okay. All right. Sometimes in life,
Yeah.
you meet people and they're just cardboard cutouts of who they say that they are. And it feels like sometimes in those friendships, it's hard to leave. But sometimes you just need to pull the cable, right? Thank you. And you need to know that you can be real. As long as you're real, then it doesn't matter who's cardboard because you have your cable. It really fell apart at the end.
It was a lot better than I thought it was going to
That
end
was
up
good.
like. Yeah.
I almost didn't care what the cable was attached to. And then I was like, but wait, what is the cable attached to by the very end?
It's to your identity parachute.
There, all right.
All right.
Okay. We came back in
and
there.
we
We're
saved
good.
it. And that is how you play
Only
it.
parachute was a word.
I mean, you know. And that's the deep game.
So yeah, you round
Okay.
it off at the end by saying
Okay.
like a summary of the
I
two.
can do that.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, the ending is the hard part. That's the kicker. So let's give Tim two words. Go for it.
Okay, I will do cereal.
Cereal. I'll do picture.
This is a hard one.
It's sometimes in life.
Sometimes in life,
Yeah.
you're watching television, you see a commercial, and you say, hey, that's that cereal I used to eat when I was a kid.
Wow.
And so you go look up see if you got old photos in the photo album of you and your parents hanging out. And then you see that there's no picture of you and your parents hanging out. that's when you realize, oh shit, I got to take better care of my relationship with my family. Otherwise, I would probably have pictures of me eating cereal, happy in my mother and father's arms.
Oh my god!
That got dark.
Who's got to the sad game, dude?
So cultivate family relationships because because a good family life, that's the real prize in the cereal box of life.
Oh wow!
Oh my God!
Picture that.
Oh, picture that!
That's amazing.
Wow, dude.
I don't mean to gas you up, but that might be the best anybody's ever done in that game. Holy shit,
dude! Wow.
That's the best.
I'll take a little.
There was a story. There was a deep saying.
I went on a roller coaster.
There was a timeline.
And then he like incorporated the cereal at the end with like a message.
Yeah, there was a fucking toy box.
There was a prize.
Yeah, a prize.
I'm gonna call my dad. That's great. But that's it, dude. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast and doing all this. One more time for Jay Light, everybody. Jay, let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can check out your stuff, your album, your podcast,
yes.
all that.
You can find me at Diet J on Twitter and Instagram. Album is available wherever you get music and comedy. It's called Good Guy with a Gun. And the podcast Blockbustin available wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Jay Light, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Leave a fucking comment, dude, please.
We got beef with you if you don't leave comments.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. We need to incentivize them in a different way because people apparently want us to fucking be with them.
Yeah, people want us to have beef with them. So we'll like you if you don't leave a comment.
There you go.
There we go. We got it.
There you go.
We just Christopher Nolan them. Right
Yeah,
now.
fight fire with fire, dude.
Yeah. And until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Until next time, bye. Bye.
Beef with the boys, sipping on some LaCroix, man. Who want all this smoke? We making all this noise. I'm talking beef with the boys, sipping on some LaCroix, man. Who want all this smoke? We making all this noise.
I am the best host of this fucking podcast. I still pass out when I come. Podcast still number one. Nick Lenny still real fun. I fucking love that man.
Yeah, we back for season 4. Y'all thought we couldn't beef anymore. Shouts out to the GOAT, Nick Laney. Always been a thing, and he's still the baby.